When you imagine yourself as truly excited or awestruck, what is it that you're doing?
It will come as no surprise to anybody that knows me, whether it's through this channel or personally, that I get great joy from being surrounded by waves and photographing moving water. Well, what better place to do this in the Scottish Isles of Harris and Lewis in the Outer Hebrides? I mean, come on, just look.
Welcome to the Outer Hebrides, more specifically the Isle of Harris, and here I am at Nisabost Beach. For the past 5 days, the photographers here have informed me that they have had nothing but blue sky days, which is all very lovely, except the only thing in the sky that they've reported are airplane trails. Thankfully, I arrived this morning and things are a little bit different, if gorgeous at the moment. So therefore, I've left my camera in the van to do a little bit of exploring and scouting out for the next 6 nights. Now, I know I've got very high expectations for this trip. For example, I would like clear skies at night so I can get the aurora, which is going to come on cue, and the Milky Way. I also would like some drama in the sky when it comes to clouds in the daytime. I don't want too much, do I? But the thing that I'm most excited about is getting lots of lovely, luscious foreground action. Gorgeous.
Well, you know me, that camera did not remain in the van for long. So with an optimal tide, I handed over my vlogging camera to my beloved and tried to capture something rather juicy.
Whilst we're waiting, what I'm wanting is some draw out from the big waves at the same time as a lovely curve of the other wave coming in. Don't want much.
I didn't quite get that combo, but
It could be a while.
I did get these. Well, I've got some nice clouds, a nice little bit of wave action, but what I was really looking for, if you remember, was a bit of a dramatic foreground. Exposures of 1/3 of a second seemed to be capturing it beautifully. The drag out on the right hand side, as well as the water spilling out towards the viewer in the centre of the picture. My only regret is that I didn't aim the camera slightly down to give myself more breathing room at the bottom. As you'll see, this blue sky day was really making that water turquoise. And having essentially just jumped off the boat, I couldn't really have asked for a better welcome, could I?
Well, this was just going to be a place that I would come and scout, but the foreground rocks have proven to be irresistible. So I went and grabbed my kit and stuck my polarizer on my 6 stop for 1/3 of a second, and it's produced some rather cracking foreground action. What I was trying to do was combine it with a curling wave. However, I messed around and fiddled around so much that actually the waves started breaking far too much up the beach. Ah well, I'm quite pleased with what I've got though. For a first attempt, not bad. So now I'm going to do a little more scouting. I'm going to go up the road and prepare for high tide, which is going to coincide with sunset tonight. And hopefully we should get some hot cloud action too.
Well, welcome to Small Beach. Sunset's not going to be much. However, those waves, they look splendid. Now just to try and find the right foreground. Where the heck do you start?
With waves like this, I have to make sure that I'm safe. So therefore I'm going to watch and I'm going to wait. And if necessary, I'll come back on a slightly calmer day. High tide, full moon tomorrow, and therefore it's very, very strong, this tide. I need to take my time.
Having spent a merry 20 minutes assessing, I chose my spot, and yes, I did literally fill my boots on a lot of occasions whilst trying to assess the perfect time to take my shot. Now, and now. Genuinely, that's the sound of joy.
Boom, boom, boom.
There it is.
Boom.
Bit sad. Not quite satisfied with what I captured the night before. I went back for sunrise the next morning. With the full moon tides working their magic, we had no colour to speak of for dawn or sunrise itself. But as the world awoke and the storms blew through, well, I got got one I was pleased with, and one, let's not take it too seriously. So with a full day ahead, it was time to seek out more joy, with a cracking visit to Hushinish and more whooshiery. Now, since this beach featured in my last video, shown on screen now, I'm going to time travel to this evening and one of the most famous and glorious beaches in the Outer Hebrides. Yes, I did give up and turn back before gathering my thoughts and realising I had one night only at this beautiful place. There's no way I was going to miss it. So a rainbow and a short drive later, we arrived at Luskentyre.
Well, clearly this place needs absolutely no introduction. Voted frequently one of the world's top 10 beaches. This obviously is Luskentyre. And it's so overwhelming. Where do you start? We have another squall coming through very shortly. So I have a bit of a window and it's not much. So I'm going to focus on getting some shots and hopefully speak to you a little bit later on.
This is a face of panic.
Where do I start?
It's no exaggeration to say that I was genuinely torn. My heart told me to get my backside down to the edge of the water and focus on what was going to make me happiest. But those dunes are spectacular. They're enormous, and they've been captured by so many photographers that I felt I should really just try. And you know what it's like when your heart's not into something. It shows. And this was the best of a very bad bunch, so basic edits only.
It is a calm sea. There's a little bit of back spray, but not an awful lot. But what that means is that I can't necessarily rely on the drawing out, because there isn't much. It's just calm. However, I have stuck my 10 stop on, which has given me somewhere between 15 and 25 seconds, depending on the light, and it's really smoothing it out. Now, that may sound like a surprise, but earlier I was having to rely on 2 minutes, 4 minutes in order to have that same effect. And it looks cracking. And I think I found a new way of photographing this place that I actually really like.
What a revelation!
Yes, because it's really tricky. To me, it's really tricky. One visit, 2 hours, that's all I've got.
Despite what I said about the long exposures, I really do like the ones with a messy front. I just wish I'd got a bit lower. But for now, just have a look at what I'm looking at.
Oh, do you know what? After the mad chaos that I've had on some of the other beaches in the past couple of days, this calmness is lovely. It's quite addictive though, just trying to see which shutter speeds work best for the look that I want. I'm very much trying to go for a bit of a stylised one here, kind of a, not an ultra long exposure, but a long exposure, just making things just soften. Because this is a soft place to me today, after the last few days of madness. Let's be honest, there's only so many long exposures that you need, of various durations. Move on, welcome. Try a marron grass shot. You're very good at those. I made my way up into the marron grass and I remembered something. This video is about what brings me joy and for you to think about what brings you joy. And the point is, I work hard in my day job. We all do. And do you know what? I'm not going to force it up there because that's not bringing me joy, but this really is. The colours, the textures, the long exposures, the will I get the shot this time? It's just exactly what I need as a counterpoint to my daily job that I love.
Just in case my boss is watching.
But I love this a lot more.
Sorry, boss.
If something is not bringing you joy, then don't force it. And although it is very good to push the boundaries every now and then, do something a little bit, experimental, just going to get my tripod, sorry. Whatever brings you joy, surely that's what we should focus on. Blow marron grasses, I'll do that another time. This is giving me a lot of happiness.
So as ever, I would like to share my 3 favoured shots from this session. I'd love to know if you like those or any other
Well, thank you for joining me today. I have no idea how I'm going to beat this location, but wherever I am next time, I look forward to taking you with me. Thank you for joining me.